My ultimate goal is just to examine human behavior and to see how complex and how unpredictable the way we respond to things are. I think very often films use formulas, and I'm always trying to break those and just to see that we're all capable of any emotion, any feeling, and that I'm always drawn to these stories emotionally. Emotionally, what draws us to certain actions. So I want the viewer to watch a film and to understand something about human beings that they didn't think about, to discover something new. Well, when you're directing, you have to be really almost like a surgeon. You can't be emotional when you're directing. Especially when there are emotional scenes, because the actors are expecting you to observe them and be more objective, and like I say, it's like a surgeon, like you can't be emotional as you're actually operating, and filmmaking is a very, very it's like an industry. You have to be able to create a sense of order and pace, and it's very almost like a military operation. The emotions come later on, as you're adding the music, as you're finishing the film. And of course there are moments where the actor does something which is so remarkable that you can't help but be overwhelmed. But they don't want to see you crying. I don't think they want to see you having that reaction. Well, I think by working with really amazing material, I think that the screenplay is really exceptional by Erin Cressida Wilson. She's written a really wonderful screenplay, and then working with these amazing actresses, and really, it's a collaborative process. It's working with these exceptional people and trying to use their intelligence, their sensitivity to discover these moments. Catherine is when I read the script, I thought of Julianne Moore immediately. I've been wanting to work with her for over 20 years, and this was the role for her, because Julianne Moore is able to be so empathetic and so we identify with her, and yet the character she's playing here is very controlling. Wants to control her life, wants to control her family, wants to control her own feelings of anxiety. So I needed someone who was able to explore these very complex emotions. So I always had her in mind, and when I gave her the script, she knew that I wanted to work with her, and so she said yes. Liam Neeson, I'd done a play with him in New York, and we got to know each other, and he said that we should do something else, and I gave him the script immediately, and I said, let's do this. And I needed somebody who was just very good at listening, who was a very strong figure, and who could really be almost an iconographic male presence, and so he was perfect for that. Chloe is a very confused, complex, intense young woman, and we searched many actresses, hundreds, if not thousands, of actresses everywhere. The moment Amanda Seyfried walked into the room, she was it, and we saw her before she was a star with Mamma Mia or these new films. We first cast her in 2007, and. It was a kind of it had to be somebody who wasn't a cliche, like I think we've all, the role of the prostitute is such a cliche role, but she was able to make it fresh and make us feel for her. The main challenge was really to find a visual language that could create the tone of the film, that I had a clear image of these spaces that they lived in, and how to create this house, or how to create this look, how to and I think then how to keep my personal vision of the piece consistent with the pressures of the film, because this is a different type of film for me. It went through a more commercial system. There was audience testing. There was all sorts of processes that were new to me. So the challenge was how to keep the film my own project while still making it something that the producers were happy with. I go to Armenia at least once a year because I'm the president of the film festival there. There's a film festival in Yerevan called the Golden Apricot, which is a great festival, and I go every July. And I think it's very important to keep those connections. Yeah, to me, it's still a miracle that the country exists, and so anything I can do to support it, it's really important.